right, everybody, thank you for tuning in to the stream. We've got two matches tonight that our Rocket League team will be playing in. Match number 1 at 7 p.m. is against Rensselaer. I'm sure I just massacred the pronunciation of that name. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, RPI. And then match number 2 is going to be against Concordia Ann Arbor, Concordia University at Ann Arbor. So two matches tonight, and all three teams are looking for their first series win. Remind you that the Badgers did come into the season late. We ended up having to forfeit the first like 4 weeks of the season, unfortunately. So we're on a heavy grind right now to try to get to try to make playoffs, and I don't have an idea for you as far as what that looks like, what it's going to take. But we're going to try, and they're going to do their best to try to get there. But both RPI and Concordia Ann Arbor are still looking for that first win, along with the Badgers. So some team tonight is no longer going to be winless. So it's going to be exciting for all three of these teams. They all have a shot at breaking that 0 win streak that we've got going right now. So our first one's going to start right around 7. We're actually getting the lobby and everything set up right now, and once that's ready, we're going to hop over into game, and then we're going to communicate with Concordia Ann Arbor to see if we can start our match with them early. The schedule is we start RPI at 7, and then we switch over to Concordia Ann Arbor at 8:15. But if they finish their first match early enough, then as long as we're in agreement, we can go ahead and kick that off and keep the stream from being delayed, right? So last week we had some really good action to kind of catch up. We played American Public University System first. We ended up losing that one 1-3, and then we played Penn College Wildcats as well. Lost that one 1-3. So they definitely were competitive. We only one, I would say only one of the games out of each series was a blowout. So we're hanging right in there with it, and this was their first real competition as a team together. So it's very encouraging to see them working together and communicating. Because I'm in here in the lab with them, so you hear their comms back and forth. So it sounds really good and definitely encouraging. All that. So we actually have RPI is getting into the match now. It looks like all three of their players are ready. So we're gonna make sure we get the Badgers in there, and then we'll be swapping over to Rocket League so that you can watch that. So any minute now, we're gonna be swapping over to that. While I have you, and we're trying to get our team in the match, I remind you to follow us on Twitter. All right, SHC Esports. We post highlights from our matches, graphics, trying to promote stuff. If you're a Spring Hill student, I encourage you to reach out to us to join us. We're still looking for more players. We're even looking for players that play single-player games on consoles, like Smash Brothers, Madden, 2K. So if you have some experience in those, reach out. We do have to have so many students that play each one in order to build a team. That is a requirement that they have out there for some of those, but we are looking for those, actively looking for players that already have experience in those. So looks like we're having some difficulty here. So we're going to give a brief 2-minute break, and we're going to be right back on stream for some Rocket League action. So don't go away. All right, and we are in and going. Spring Hill is the blue team. This match we had double orange in last week's matchups, but we already have a score in this match from RPI. So straight out of the gate, RPI is on the attack, going up a 1-0. Only 18 seconds ticked off the clock there for them. So the Badgers really need to settle here and get this match under control quickly. Saw Jared fly by there. I know Jared's been working a lot on his aerial control. If you check our Twitter, you'll see a great shot that he had there. So a lot of action in the air already this match, which we didn't see as much of that. Great block from Carlos, and then now we have a little bit of a breakaway here. If Badgers can get some boost, great defense there from RPI. Last week, we saw the ball on the ground a majority of those matches, and there's Jared there with a great shot in the air. These guys have really been putting in time to attack from all sorts of angles as opposed to being very one-dimensional in their play style. So it's very encouraging. We're going to see them develop even more across the next few weeks. After that initial goal, neither team really able to get a very clean shot on the goal. Great defense being played here. A great aerial attempt there from RBI, but it was just a little high. A demo there, so we're just going to see. Hopefully Spring Hill can. The ball did slow down a little bit on the other side. That is going to give some time for us to recoup, gather ourselves. Great defense back and forth. 2.5 minutes. We're at the halfway point now in match number 1 in this best of 5 series between Spring Hill and RPI. Still sitting at 1-0. A little bit of a miss there on the defense. Spring Hill really dodged a bullet on that one with the goal being exposed. RPI had a real clean shot there and just were unable to connect. Just under 2 minutes left. Spring Hill's got to get a point on the board. 2 Badgers in goal. Carlos taken to the air, but RPI is not letting that ball get across half field. And there's a wide shot on goal. There was no Badger on defense. Not really sure what happened there. Maybe somebody went over to the side to get some boost, but you see Carlos trying to make the rotation, just was not able to get back in time. So RPI goes up 2-0 now in game number 1 of this best of 5 series. Good save there from Zach. Spring Hill really needs to clear it and get a point on the board fast to give them enough time to work with to try to get 2 to at least tie it up and force an overtime. Here's an opportunity here. It's the first time the ball's been on the RPI side of the field, it seems like, in the past 2 minutes, but it doesn't stay there very long. 3 Badgers in goal now. And there's 3 points in for RPI. That pretty much is going to do it for game 1, barring a miracle. So now I think the Badgers really need to focus on resetting, figuring out what's going wrong, what's going right, start making those adjustments now, and start looking at game number 2. Good defense there, but that's 4 points now for RPI. Jared came in with a good block, but we did not have another Badger ready to follow up and cover goal. While after he went wide trying to cover that block. It was a good attempt there from RPI. You can see what they were thinking. Drop the ball down the wall, and then they're going to try to come in and have it centered as it was falling. But that's the end of game 1. Remember, all right, this is a best of 5, so it's definitely not over yet. Far from it, actually. So RPI goes up 1-0 in the series. So not really seeing a lot of RPI defense this game, simply because they spent so much time on offense. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here in game number 2. See if the Badgers can turn this around. So we have an opportunity here. Ball's actually staying on the orange side. We have Zach in the air. That was a great effort. Just was not able to connect. Now the Badgers need to rush back. They have a wide open goal. Carlos there with the block on the wall. Carlos again. Badgers just unable to get a numbers advantage on the orange side of the field, and now the goal is wide open again. Badgers are doing well with rotations. I think the issue is coming down more to execution at the moment. You see, for a majority of what's happening, they're in the right place at the right time. They're just not making contact with the ball, and I think that's really what it boils down to. So it's not bad play per se, it's just bad execution. So could be nerves, could be their hands are cold. Hopefully this is something they can work out here. We're at 3 minutes 48 seconds left in game number 2. And that one's a tough one. That was a really great shot from RPI. Perfect angle off the wall. Very impressive. Spring Hill seeming to be a little rattled right now. There we have a demo coming in for Spring Hill, so a little bit of opportunity. Now they can keep the ball over here. Great effort there. I believe that was Jared coming through. Just barely unable to connect on that shot. But this is looking promising here. And just as I say that, the ball does get away back over to Spring Hill's side. Just eclipsing the 2 minutes passing now with 3 minutes left in the game with a couple of Badgers in goal. RPI scores again. The Jared was right place, right time, just unable to execute there. Rotations were good, but unable to make contact with the ball to save that block. Carlos now getting the ball, clearing it to the RPI side of the field. And with two Badgers going for that one, both missing. Here it is right here. Let's see it again. Neither Badger connects with that one, and that leaves a wide open goal here. So RPI now up 4-0 in game 2. Did we give up on it there? It looked like it was going in, and not a lot of follow-up. We need to be following up on those. Jared here on offense. All three Badgers on this side of the field now. Carlos, I believe, is going back to defense now. Good save. Now we just need to clear it. Two aerial attempts there from RPI, but not much happening. Spring Hill has a chance to clear this here. Great block, but the goal is wide open. One of the things that seems to be happening here is two Badgers going for the block, and then when one ends up blocking, if they're both committing to it, then that leaves the goal wide open for the follow-up attempt from RPI. So the Badgers need to be really clear on their comms here as far as who's going to take the block, and then somebody be ready to back up that block and be ready for that follow-up shot. 5-0 now. Good clear from Zach. Spring Hill with a shot here to possibly get some points on the board, and a good clear from RPI. Now the Badgers having to race back to prevent going down 6 points here in game number 2. Struggle on RPI's side of the field now. Good news that the ball is staying over here. The Badgers just unable to capitalize. Looks like we're going to go to a game 3 with RPI up 2-0. As soon as this ball hits the ground, there it is. If you're a fan of reverse sweeps, then this could be the match for you. RPI up 2-0 now. Spring Hill can still come back, going up. They just got to win the next 3 games in a row, so they cannot drop another game to RPI here. All right, time to focus and make some adjustments here. So we have two different players going for the save here and left the goal open again. Maybe we're having some trust issues on the side of the Badgers. Good block. Good save there from Jared. Ball now on the RPI side of the field, but RPI always seems to have somebody in goal able and ready to clear the ball back to the other side. Great rotations on their part. Keeping Spring Hill on their toes. Jared just missing that. Now we have a shot here. The ball was centered for him right away, and Zach just barely missed that. Good job from Carlos keeping it on this side of the field, but see how long they can keep it there. Keep the pressure on RPI here. The ball's coming back centered. I don't see Jared. Good clear from Carlos. There's opportunity for Spring Hill to get the ball across midfield. If you're just joining us, this is game 3 in this best of 5 series. RPI did win the first 2 pretty convincingly. It was 4-0 and 5-0. That's a great opportunity there from Carlos. A good effort. Spring Hill now back on defense. Great shot from Jared. See if we get any Badger follow-up here. The demos are coming out like crazy now. All right, here's a good opportunity. Good shot there from Zach. You could see as soon as he hit the ball, you knew it was good to go. Great shot. Spring Hill ties it up 1-1. Great follow-up there. Great angle. RPI didn't even have a chance at defending that. So we are tied right now in game 3. Again, best of 5. RPI is already up 2-0. Spring Hill needs a win here to keep this series alive. RPI's fumbling a little bit here, running into each other. Remember, both of these teams are searching for their first series win tonight. Not sure how close RPI has been to tasting victory in one of these series, so going up 2-0, you start to feel real comfortable, but they just cleared the ball for Spring Hill. Thank you. Spring Hill really needing one more goal here to feel comfortable. A great effort there from Jared. It's just a little high, but we do need to keep the ball over here. All right, open goal now for the Badgers. Carlos going up for the block. Zach going up for the block, and they both missed, but we have multiple in goal here. Ball has been cleared. Great shot, great block by Jared. RPI constantly rotating out their attackers and cycling through their shots, following up on any blocked shot. Carlos got beat to the boost there, but he does pick up the second one here. We have 1 minute left, still tied 1-1 here. Both teams are under pressure right now. RPI needs one more goal to secure their first win of the season. Spring Hill needs one more to force this to a game 4. Seconds, or we're going to overtime. A great save from Jared. We have an opportunity here for the Badgers. 17 seconds. Oh, Badgers are down 1. can keep the ball in the air. Okay, and we are in overtime, so next goal wins. If you're unfamiliar with how overtime works in Rocket League, this is it. It's basically sudden death. And again, with... Oh, there we go. Fantastic. It didn't look pretty, but it counts. Spring Hill picks up game number 3. So we are forcing to game 4. The sweep for RPI did not happen. Everybody put your rally caps on. It is reverse sweep time. Spring Hill back in it. Needs to win game number 4 to force a stressful, tense-filled game number 5. Like the 3 saves there from Jared. It was all over the field. We got some chat here. What rank are the students? We've got, if I remember correctly, we have 2 diamonds and a platinum for our inaugural competitive season here. It's nice to see a fellow coach in the chat. I see you. All right, game number 4. We had a rough outing last week. We got it handed to us for sure, but they're hungry, so we're definitely in the mix here. Game number 4. If you like comeback stories, this is one for you. Wide open goal here for the Badgers. We have a great block there from Jared, and thank you, RPI. Well, let's see the replay on that. So Jared hits it here. Jared misses the ball, but takes out the defender, and RPI with the... Actually, I'm going to say Jared got the assist on that one. That wasn't even Jared's shot. But we'll take it, you know. We're not going to... I was going to say it almost happened again. We're not going to be stingy with the points that we take here. So Spring Hill up 1-0 now in game 4. Our viewer count just went up, so I'm going to catch everybody up. This is game number 4 in this best of 5 series between Spring Hill and RPI. RPI had gone up. They had gone up 2-0. They had won both games 1 and 2 handily in shutouts. Spring Hill didn't even score a single goal in games 1 and 2. And then Spring Hill came back and won in overtime game number 3, 2-1. And now they're up 1-0 in game 4. Spring Hill must win this match to force a game number 5. RPI, on the other hand, they just need to win this game to clutch the series and get their first win of the season. Oh, we have a great effort here. Great shot from Jared again. I don't know if it's too early to call, but you saw the stats from game number 3. 3 saves and the goal. Now Jared's already got 2 goals in game number 4. He definitely came to play today. Zach here, not to be outdone, definitely carrying the ball all the way to the RPI side of the field. So we're just under 3 minutes left here in game number 4. Spring Hill making the reverse sweep a reality. it's looking more and more like a possibility with each minute that passes. But RPI is not finished yet. They do put 1 point on the board now. We're just past the halfway mark. RPI reminded me to not get ahead of myself. This game is far from over. Spring Hill now in that tough position now of how aggressive do you go for goals? You're up by 1. If RPI doesn't score any more goals the rest of this match, you force a game 5. But how aggressive do you go to score another goal in order to guarantee the game 5? Do you only count on defense? Great block there from Carlos. Looks like he got 2 blocks in a row. That was fantastic. Here's Jared. Back again. Carlos with the follow-up. RPI does clear it. 90 seconds left on the clock. Again, great block, great save. Spring Hill now clearing the ball. 80 seconds left. Great shot from Carlos. Solo, didn't even need an assist. Spring Hill goes up 3-1 here in game number 4 with just over a minute. I agree. That just might have saved this game. It was getting real tense there for a while. RPI seems to be crumbling here. 1 minute remaining. Great block from Jared. Carlos keeping the ball in the corner. All right, Spring Hill only has to survive the next 38 seconds. How aggressive do they go? 30 seconds remaining. Great clear from Carlos. Slowing the ball down, not putting a lot of action on it. RPI is going to pick up a point there with 11 seconds left. So there's still a chance here. RPI, if they're able to score in 11 seconds, they force this game to overtime, and they can still definitively win this series, their first of the season. 9 seconds left. Spring Hill needs to keep this ball on the ground, stop that timer, let it hit 0. And that's game number 4. We are going to a game 5. Spring Hill went down 0-2 in the series. Started making the reverse sweep happen. And now we're heading to a game 5. If you're a fan of, if you've been watching Worlds for League of Legends, we saw a reverse sweep happen, I believe, what, last weekend? Or 2 weekends ago. So you know how great those are to watch and see and experience and say, I saw that. And here we are. It's happening here. Both of these teams searching for their first win of the season, and it's going to come down to a game 5. Yeah. Stinny knows what I'm talking about. The Fnatic going up 2-0, then losing. But here we go. RPI striking first. Now, we did see something similar to this happen in, I believe, Game 3. I believe RPI scored first in Game 3. And Spring Hill The Badgers clawed their way back into it, so it's not over. Center there from Zach. We were not able to follow up, so here we have, we're only about 30 seconds, 40 seconds rather, into this match. A lot can happen. RPI going up in the air, but a great block there. Good clear, and Jared slow to get up in the air. RPI going up now 2-0. This is looking more like the RPI from games 1 and 2. I don't know what they changed in games 3 and 4, but they need to bring it back. Spring Hill need to settle and get some points on the board and not let this one get away from them again like it did in games 1 and 2. And just as I say that, it's almost like we're watching a replay of game 1. Three goals in less than a minute for RPI. Spring Hill needs to go back to what was working in games 3 and 4. Good clear from Zach. Another block for Zach. All right, so now we're starting to see the Badgers starting to calm down, settle down a little bit. They're making contact with the ball. And as I say that, we have another score from RPI with the goal wide open. No Badgers sitting in goal. Spring Hill's got a lot of work to do. Badgers seeking to clear here. Good juggle here from Jared. Zach sitting in goal. Unable to get the angle. RPI now goes up 5-0. We are almost halfway through this game 5. Where the reverse sweep is still a possibility, but it is getting real slim. Good clear from Jared. Another good clear from Carlos here. Spring Hill on the defensive, but they really need to get this ball across midfield. Sitting here on defense with that clock ticking. Ball's actually about to be centered for them. Carlos just missing. Great clear there for Zach. Both RPI players miss. Carlos here with the follow-up. Jared centering. Where's Zach? All right, good block. "90 seconds remaining. Spring Hill needs 5 points in 90 seconds. RPI can basically just play keep away at this point. It's almost a completely different RPI from games 3 and 4. Good shot by Jared. It is not a shutout. We are not getting shut out in 3 games. Let the record show. Nobody shuts out the Badgers in 3 games in a best of 5. You may do it twice, but you're not going to do it 3 times. 40 seconds left on the clock. It can still happen, but it's got to happen fast. Centered. Follow-up just was not there. You see Carlos was eyeing that there. It's a good effort. At this point, they had to go all in. The goal was exposed, but Badgers really desperate there. Really needed to pull everybody from the goal in order to try to get that ball into the RPI goal. It's now 6-1 RPI. RPI looking to down this here. Spring Hill looking to keep it in the air and alive. And that was going to be another goal. But that's going to do it. RPI winning the series 3-2. That's going to that's RPI's first series win of the season. So congratulations to them. And unfortunately, Spring Hill's still looking for theirs. But it could come here within the next 20 minutes or so. So we're going to be reaching out to our next opponent, which is Concordia University at Ann Arbor. So we're going to reach out to them to see if they're ready to start our next match. So while we figure all that out, we're going to switch over to a little break. So don't go away. We'll be right back. surprised me this match jumped right into things, so sorry about that. A little bit of a late start. Only a few seconds late, but here we are in series number 2 here. Yeah, match 2 tonight for the Badgers. They did end up losing match 1 to RPI. So now we have match number 2. Badgers still seeking their first win of the season here. This one against Concordia Ann Arbor. We're going to call them CUAA. Badgers now on the orange side this game as opposed to blue. They were blue side first game, so I've got to make sure that I'm keeping them situated here. So the ball kind of just falling still here in the middle of the field, and a wide open goal. I think I could have made that. I know it looked like it was in slow motion, but it really wasn't. The ball just very gently bounced into goal. About 90 seconds into game number 1. So here we are. A great clear there from Zach. Badgers displaying that same kind of issue they had in game number 1. We have 2 players going for the same block, and unfortunately what's happening when they both go for the block, if they both are hard committing to the block, then they go wide after making it. And when the other team is ready to follow up, the Badgers don't have a secondary or a third blocker available because they committed 2 to it. So hopefully that's something they can work out here in this game. The ball is now getting centered. Watch for Zach here. Unable to connect. It was a good effort here, but the Badgers doing a much better job this game or this series keeping the ball on the blue side of the field. As I say that, of course it comes over to the orange side, but a much better showing here as far as trying to stay on offense and leaving a player back. You're only going to see, hopefully, only two Badgers on that side of the field at one time, and let another one rotate back and sit on defense. Zach coming in through the air, unable to get the angle. It was a great shot, great effort on his part. Watch Jared here. See if Carlos comes in to clean this up. No, it's Zach. Great shot from Jared right over the UCAA defenders, the roof of his car. Great follow-up there from Jared. Great teamwork there from the Badgers. Tied 1-1 now in game number 1 of this 5-game series. Badgers really aggressive this game. I'd definitely like to see that. Almost smothering UCAA. Or CUAA, sorry. It's good effort on the block there from Jared, but it was not able to get the full block. You see Zach in there almost had it, and then Jared does make contact, but unable to knock the ball vertical enough. So CUAA up 2-1 now, with just about 60 seconds left on the clock here in game 1. Centered. And no follow-up there from the Badgers. Jared sitting on defense. Jared caught sleeping. It's a great angle there. Great angle from CUAA. Getting the best of the Badgers right here. So we need 2 quick scores here in 46 seconds. 2 back-to-back demos. And that's a wide open goal. Spring Hill definitely struggling here in game 1. Very reminiscent of our first series against RPI, where it took the Badgers a little bit to kind of find their groove. And just as I say that, we have another 5-point game for the opponent here. Again, very similar to this RPI match. Badgers now got to start thinking ahead now to game 2. What adjustments need to be made? This ball's going to be grounded here. All right, 1-0 up for CUAA. That's Concordia Ann Arbor, for those of you that missed the acronym. Here we are going into game number 2. As we wait. All right, here we go. All right, game 2. Let's see if Spring Hill can turn this around. Although the game 5, the reverse sweep, was exciting, it definitely is not something we want to do every single match. So it'd be great for the Badgers to pull out a win here. It's good effort on the follow-up there from Carlos, but now Badgers having to reset now, go back, get on defense, clear the ball, and set up another opportunity at goal here. Okay, goal's wide open. Concordia Ann Arbor there really helped us out. We had a wide open goal, and their players had a little bit of a miscommunication. Now up 1-0. Shot to the left side of the goal. Carlos unable to get his car in position. Badgers struggling early in this best of 5 series. Here we go, Jared. Ball's getting centered for them here. Good follow-up from Carlos, but a good block from Concordia Ann Arbor. Another block there from Jared. Carlos here, ready to pick this one up to clear it. Good clear from Carlos off the wall. There's a good spot here. The Badgers can make something happen. Centered there for, I believe that was Zach there on the off the hit off of center, and it looked really good. Zach now through the air. Good defense from Concordia Ann Arbor. Badgers have an opportunity here to make something happen. A good shot on goal from Zach. Just missed by Jared. Now we have a wide open goal on the Badgers side. Can we get back in time to defend? Carlos does. With a demo now. Now we have 2 Badgers in goal. I like how they actually staggered their defenses there. One committed to defending the shot while the other waited to block the follow-up. Badgers seem to be making the adjustments now from game 1 that they needed to make that caused game 1 to get so out of hand. Good center there from Carlos. Actually, great shot from Carlos. Didn't even need anybody's help. Watch him ride the wall here. Tap there, and at just the right angle. Barely squeezed into the goal. Tied it up, 1-1. These are the Badgers we're used to seeing here. Good shot, good block from Zach. So if you're just joining us, remember this is game 2 between Spring Hill and Concordia University at Ann Arbor. As they just go up 2-1. CUAA did win game 1. Now they've just taken the lead in game 2 with just over 2 minutes left. Spring Hill looking much better here in game 2. Game 1 was a 5-1 blowout. So looking to right their wrongs here, make this a more competitive match. Spring Hill waiting there, not really being aggressive and attacking on that. A good center there from Zach. But CUAH right there, ready on the defense. Jared looking to clear here. Great job from Zach. Another good block from Zach. That's 3 blocks in a row there for Zach. Zach is doing a great job. This is where we had some issues in the previous games when all 3 Badgers were defending the goal, and they all hard committed to one shot. Looks like they are working that out here. Now it's 40 seconds left. Spring Hill desperately needs a goal here. Seconds remaining. And that's a 2-0. CUAA going up 2-0. We saw the reverse sweep almost happen in the first series today. Maybe we can get it here. This was definitely more competitive than our first series today versus RPI. But Spring Hill got some work to do here. Badgers really getting lucky there with that shot going wide. Good follow-up here from Jared. Just high. Zach coming in too, unable to get the angle. Spring Hill having the right idea, just not making contact now with the ball. good rotations. Again, just it's coming down to execution. Zach here with a good juggle, but it is defended there from CUAA. And that's going to be the first goal of match number 3. Two Badger defenders in goal. CUA able to pick that up. Good clear from Zach. Badgers now able to, they have an opportunity here with the goal wide open and the ball just kind of hovering on the CUAA side, but they're unable to capitalize on it. Three and a half minutes now. There's Zach. Jared falling back to defense. All 3 CUAA members are down here on this side of the field. Here's an opportunity for Carlos. Jared is there. Zach's going to follow up. That's good effort, good shot. Centered now by Zach. Did not see a Badger there available to follow up. Badgers now with a numbers advantage on the blue side of the field. Scratch that. We have a demo. Jared passed over to Carlos. Carlos unable to make the shot. Great effort from Zach there, keeping the ball on the CUA. And here comes Carlos, just a little high. Jared come in with the follow-up, just a little high. Zach, just a little high. Oh, no. We had a great cycling through of shots there from Spring Hill. None of the 3 able to connect. Now, Badgers with a numbers advantage here after the demo. Good shot from Carlos. Zach's going to flip it up. Jared's going to follow through with the shot. It does not go in. Great defense there from CUAA. Zach's going to go up here for the clear. He's unable to make contact, but Jared's backing him up. Just under 2 minutes left. Badgers desperately need a point here to push this to overtime at worst. Because we have 2 points in order to push this to a game 4. 90 seconds remaining. Good clear from Jared. We have an opportunity here. He takes it himself. Cleared from CUAA, but the Badgers can follow up here. We have CUAA on defense. Great clear from them. Now Badgers going to have to reset back up. They have 60 seconds left. This game is not too far gone. Great clear there from Carlos, centered up. He's going to go back at it. Ball stuck in the corner here. Just passing over midfield now. That is going to be 2 points now. RPI, great follow-up there. Not RPI, sorry. CUAA going up 2 points to 0. 47 seconds left. Badgers are in scramble mode now. They've got to get 2 to force an overtime. Jared centered. Here comes Zach. Good effort and a miss there from Carlos as well. Their angles are just barely off. 26 seconds left. Badgers desperately need a point here. There's Jared. Shot. And where's the follow-up? There he is again. Come on. Come on, get it in the goal. There you go, Carlos. 10 seconds remaining. Spring Hill has 10 seconds to put one more point on the board, force this game into overtime, keep it alive, and they've got to keep the ball in the air, and that is going to do it. A 3-0 for CUAA. Not as high scoring as the RPI matches, but definitely a lot of back and forth. Had great offense there from Spring Hill, just unable to make the connection on some of those shots. GG to CUAA. They earned that one for sure. Spring Hill has the right idea. Much better defense in series number 2. Much better offense in series number 2. Just unable to make the connections, unfortunately, on some of those angles. And that's going to do it for us here. We're going to be back on Monday, streaming Fortnite. We're still trying to qualify for playoffs in the fall 2020 Play versus National League. So be sure to tune in then on Monday. And then we'll be back Thursday with some more Rocket League action. We might be on tonight. We may get some of the Spring Hill crew together to play some Among Us tonight, so be on the lookout for that. We'll post that on Twitter. You can come and join us. We may be looking for some other people. Who knows? But we'll see what we can get going tonight. Kind of have a break from some of the intense competition and have a little bit of fun with some Among Us. So that is going to be it for us. Thank you for joining us. We are signing out, and we will see you back on Monday.